GNs and then they just play.
Yeah.
That'd be so wild if that be the case. But it looks like the draft has already begun. Rebellion Esports are going to be and winning the wait, I'm not sure who won the coin toss on this one, but Rebellion Esports on the blue side, Falcons AP Bren on the red side.
Okay, so prioritizing more on the assassins for Rebellion Esports, probably because they're forcing Kyle TZ to either use the Julian, but take note for Falcon Safety Brand, they can use Julian on the Fuse hand.
Yeah, and we also have to remember some of the popular picks as well, right? Zas.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's
How
up
can
there.
I forget?
So, yeah, but if we look at like the record for Zas being used by Rebellion Esports, right? They have so far used it twice. Twice. One way to win, one way to lose. So it's kind of 50-50 for them. So I don't know if they're feeling like a Zas. Plus, this could be their last game that matters, so they have to bring it on the table.
For sure, for sure. Let's check out on the arena here as the first picks are going to be coming through. The Loyi did get let through the draft, and I don't know, it feels like FCAP don't mind playing around it because that's what they've been used to for the longest time. But no, they're going to focus on priority in first picking some really strong flex picks in the gold and jungle area. It's Roger for Rebellion Esports.
You know what, for Falcon Safety Brand, they could get now the Moskov and even Moskov and I forgot the hero. Yeah, Ruby. I heard the Ruby. And Julian. So more on the burst damage. Again, for them, they could opt to have this Julian either as a Fuse hero or the hero of Caldis. It depends. It's situational depending on the hero of Rebellion Esports. So for Rebellion Esports, they could get XP laners already, probably, or even a Minotaur actually for the counter set against maybe this Ruby. Even the Luyi can also be used.
I mean, definitely some good setters would be nice for the side of Rebellion Esports. Terizla is the one that usually comes to mind. That's the safest pick that most EXP laners would go for, but it really matters. The EXP matchup really matters. If you're up against things like Xborg, for an example, you're not going to have the greatest of times, and you're just waiting for that one team fight to actually play the game. But that being said, let's see what Rebellion have decided to lock in. And it looks like that they have locked in.
The ADs, I think.
Show it! No, it didn't come out! No!
Nope. Yep.
I was hoping she was going to be like 8 feet tall.
Okay. I'm sure we'll see that. She'll be taller than me. But yeah, I can understand the Roger pick as well. So if you look at like throughout this tournament for Rebellion Esports, we did talk about them bringing out the cards here because it's potentially going to be the last game that it matters. They have not played a Roger. They only played a Roger once so far, and it didn't really give them that win. And they played the Roger in the gold lane, so maybe this Roger could be a jungle Roger if they want to like switch things up.
I mean, there's a good chance that it could go into the jungle, but let's see the second half of the bans, and maybe that's going to give us a better indicator. Because even for Falcons AP Bren, right, they're instead of opting to be like, oh, we could just get the Loyi right now and predetermine where our jungle is, but no, we're going to get our gold laner just because it's bulletproof Marco. This guy, if you give him a scaling marksman, he will eventually carry the game.
Yeah, and at the same time, there's a high chance for Rebellion Esports to actually ban those marksman heroes if they not get this Moskov. So if you're gonna ban more on the boss 5s probably for Falcons and Rebellion, it's gonna be Alpha probably because they're limiting the opportunity for Rebellion Esports to have this Roger as more on the flex pick. So it's either stay on the marksman or stay on the gold lane or be the jungle. Which is which for Falcons and Rebellion?
I don't know. I still think that teams need to remember that tank jungles are still pretty relevant, especially if Baxia is on the table, one of the strongest ones by far. Really feels like you're punching your bare knuckle fists into a brick wall. That thing hurts. He hurts so much.
And let's not forget as well on I'm looking at, I don't know, Akai could be another one as well. We haven't seen much of Akai. Probably could be one of the picks for tank jungle.
Oh, this is interesting. Because Rebellion Esports, despite having Valentina already picked, they decide to get rid of the Farmist. Do they really want to force Flap into do they want to force Few into a situation where he picks up the Julian?
Yeah, because I was actually thinking that for Falcons Saber Brand, they could still get Novaria for Few. Since they can get Juliana for Kyle TZ. So Terizla has been banned for Rebellion Esports. This Edith could be placed on XP lane and they could get Minotaur still if you're Rebellion Esports. So you have the sustain and counter setup play for their lineup. Now, for Rebellion Esports, they don't want heroes that could easily burst up. Sustainable or tanky heroes like Edith or another boss 5 hero for Rebellion Esports. Probably I was thinking about Lilia, but yeah, it's
Oh.
too much.
They
That's
would be happy.
overthinking.
They would be happy to put Edith on the XP lane because
Yeah.
they have played the Edith on XP lane and they got a win before this, so they'll be pretty happy to put that there again. Whereas if they were to put Terizla, which is obviously banned out, well, they didn't really get a win, so they'll be happier with the Edith there.
This is some interesting drafting from both sides, right? Because they're just
Yeah.
focusing down on like, hey, instead of attacking your flex picks, we're going to limit the options to kind of push those flex picks into a certain direction. Now, Falcons AP Brand decide to respond, hey, all right, if you want to attack our flex picks, we'll show you where our EXP is going, and we'll show you that we want to play around team fights with this Minotaur.
And with this crowd control heavy setup play from Falcons AP Bren for Rebellion Esports, they need another more hero for the front line. So Hayabusa and another sustainable hero could be a Grok actually. It could be a Grok for Rebellion Esports if there's someone who's really good in using Grok. It's for the vision and limiting the vision here or the placement of Falcons AP Bren.
The last pick here is going to be the Carmilla once again for Rebellion. Hopefully the Carmilla curse doesn't bleed over from yesterday. Whoever picked Carmilla usually dropped the game, but maybe Rebellion Esports figured out the secret sauce to take down Falcons AP Bren.
Yeah, now for Falcons AP Brand for their last pick, probably they might want to consider like a Phobius, so they can...
Phobius?
Phobius, yeah, let's go Phobius mid. Well, they have played the Phobius mid
Yeah, they
before,
did.
and they actually won their game, so... And Phobius, well, sustain, and you also can catch up to heroes that try to dash away, so I think Phobius will be pretty nice.
If they're placing this Julian as a jungler, I won't be surprised if they're getting maybe an Aurora for few. But it's something good for this type of lineup, heavy lineup and such. So it's gonna be Aurora here for Falcons AP Brand.
Great call, Chantel. Great call. Especially when you're up against an assassin. I think mid laners are very nervous to kind of walk up into lane knowing that they hit level 4 and Aurora just says, nope, I got a passive, so don't worry about it. As long as my support is nearby, we can make anything happen. Now, Rebellion Esports against Falcons AP Brand. We're looking at the compositions. What do you guys think? Because I am leaning into Falcons AP Brand.
Yeah, same with me. Falcons AP Brand, easier to execute. It's the classic. If you have assassin heroes or fast heroes for the other team, why not get those heroes that slow it down with the Minotaur, even Derby and Aurora. So nice setup for Falcons AP Brand. For Rebellion, a bit hard with the Carmilla. We've seen other games. Yesterday with Carmilla, it's really hard to use that Curse of Blood in the middle of a team fight.
Yeah, I like your point on the Aurora as well, and of course they have other beefy heroes to make it happen, and Hayabusa will have a hard time. But nevertheless, those are the theories, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out what exactly is going to be happening inside the game. Get in, you can chill, let us know your thoughts later while we get on to game number 1.
Okay, so looking at again, because of the heavy crowd control composition of Falcons AP Brand, there are 2 players from Rebellion Esports that actually opted for Purify spells. So knowing the number, it means that the respect is there with the crowd control of Falcons AP Brand. Expect that there's gonna be a lot of zoning from this team.
Oh, Sui Low pressured by the side of FCAP earlier on, but expect him to not be able to have a good time in the mid, because if you have like the Minotaur, if you have like the Aurora, I mean the zoning capability is big, that's why ODTG has to be there. Well, Rio comes in and he still scores the first blood. Wow, without a level 4.
Yeah, that was actually nice, and a nice usage of the War Cry for Rio with that consecutive 3 damage against the players of Falcons AP Brand. So it's gonna be detrimental here, considering that Ogun should have been the visionary here or be ahead in the position against Rebellion Esports, but then nothing unusual for the emblems for both teams. It's more in the execution right now, and it's more on burst, by the way, for Fuse Aurora.
Oh, Kartizi shows up from side, but then again, no big execution because everyone's going to be focusing on the first turtle. And it looks like Rebellion Esports may be the one to secure it, but Falcons AP Band will not make it easy for them. Look at the bottom lane. Keep your eye on that. We might see another kill, but still no big commitment.
Yeah, they're focusing on limiting the possibilities of having an XP laner to be up front in this turtle objective, since this is where the turtle was spawned. Again, for a few, it's really more on prioritizing on the burst because of the rupture talent as well on this Aurora. So expect again aggression from Falcons AP brand, but we could see 2 players at the bottom lane for Rebellion Esports that is now at level 4.
All right, Rio, they need you right now. He gets his purple buff. Now he is good to be in action.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's going to go for the orange buff, so his other teammates will need to buy time for him.
Yes, more on the safer side. So I kind of feel like for Falcons AP brand, they also know that this is the strategy of Rebellion Esports. Somehow slow down the turtle taking. So I expect later on that there is a high chance that even the marksman or gold gainers will be part of this first turtle team fight.
Okay, Rio is ready though at the side, but looks like they will execute their plan right now. Cars takes a good amount of damage.
Oh!
But Nolan Fury comes in on the Cars, and Cars moving the first round to fall to the hands of Ogwen. Now they look for Flap easy, but it flickers away the safety field. Will run away as well, and look at this. Rio just comes in casually to secure the turtle, but not the turtle. They will want to secure more kills, and Kai Easy might be the next target.
Oh, wow.
And looks like he will. Kai Easy has no other escape mechanism.
Oh wow, that's a nice...
did you-
I thought they're forcing... Well, few hasn't passive yet. So for Rebellion Esports, it was a nice call again. And that is because you've mentioned that Rio prioritized taking the orange buff first. And because he prioritized it, he went first on level 6. As compared to Kyle TZ, who was still at level 5 during that time. And because of that, the retribution damage was very high for Rio as compared to Kyle TZ. Hence, Rebellion Esports securing that turtle.
So he did the math there, right?
Yeah.
His teacher must be proud.
It's 1 + 1 = 6.
Oh, yes.
Just kidding. No.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, but yeah, it makes sense now for Rebellion Esports as to why they are on the lead. 1.4k for this game, and even looking at the laning of our gold laners, pretty much on the lead is Matt with just a little hundreds, maybe the 200, but it's very crucial if they are to be part of the team fight later on.
Yeah, I think the big one right now could potentially be the jungle, because we see a difference of 1,200 gold. But hang that thought for a second, because now Carl TZ is in trouble. We might see him go down again and again. Carl TZ, 2 deaths so far.
Yeah, Rebellion Esports is just capitalizing the lineup that they have. All along, I thought it would be Falcons AP brand that would be on the lead, or that would be on the aggressive side. But again, for Cars and even Audit TZ, they are rotating fluidly against Falcons AP brand. They're not giving space.
No space at all to Flap TZ. I mean, we're talking about 3v1 underneath the turret, not going to be an issue. Plus, you do have Cars there.
Wow, wow. Cars is like running like a car, because every lane or every opportunity that they have, they just set up a play. And what's good for Rebellion Esports is there is always someone to back it up, those setup plays. That's why they're already at 5-1 on this game. And Falcons AP brand, they need to slow things up. They don't need to force another team fight against Rebellion Esports. Probably the usage of that frigid blazer from you would be nice.
But still, they're going to force it onto the turtle. They still want it, though. Still keeping up with the pace. Car shows up from the side. But then again, if we look at objectively, Rio is nowhere down there. So Rebellion Esports, they're prepared to let go of this turtle anyway.
Probably circle for Rebellion Esports. They don't want another team fight yet. So more the trades, they don't want Super Marco to be on the lead in terms of the laning against Matt. As to why they wanted to opt for a cross-map play earlier. But Super Marco was still safe, and still Rebellion Esports on the lead. Continuous aggression from Rebellion Esports, but for Falcons AP brand, they need to do something against Matt.
And now, both sides getting one objective each. So would you say it's kind of like 50-50 still?
Yeah, 50-50 still in terms of the objectives, but in terms of the damage that the junglers can give, it's not 50-50. Definitely, Rio is on the lead, maybe a 70-30 for the junglers.
All right, even if we look at the itemization right now, looks like the gold laners, they're still trying to catch up to at least their core items. And of course, for Super Marco, he wants to get his Trinity items. So far, only 1 completed. Looking for at least 2 more.
Yeah, at least 2 more. And I really like that this Hunter Strike for the Hayabusa, it's more of the movement speed. He wants that groove along the map of Falcons AP brand. And I really like the discipline here at the top lane, because they're just forcing turret secure for Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, speaking about slowing things down, you did talk about Falcons AP brand to kind of take things a little bit chill.
Yeah.
And so far, they have been doing so. After the turtle, they have been like slowing the pace. But yeah, it is Rebellion Esports that seems to be trying to turn out the pace, but because Falcon AB Brand, they're playing a little bit safe. That's why Rebellion Esports, they're not able to find their target.
Yeah, you know what? For Rebellion Esports, it's as if they're trying to, they're not letting Falcon AB breathe on this game, but for Falcon Esports, they are fighting a way. They're finding a way to set up a play, slow things down. But for Rio, again, he has the Sea Halberd for this match. It means that he's ready to even zone out Flap Easy, even Ogwen for the next team fights.
Oh, but speaking about ready Ogwen, he does have the Minoan Fury though. Gotta be extra careful that Minoan Fury will be called upon, but no target. Nevertheless, it's not going to be the objective of Falcon's AP brand since Rebellion Esports secured the turtle.
Yep, and wait.
Oh no, this could be a small mistake, but it's okay. I mean, it's Ogwen. He does have his teammates there, and they know that Cast and Swalo use their skills, but again, Falcon's AP brand still playing it safe.
And you know what? For Falcon's AP brand, I kind of feel like they're just waiting for that perfect timing for a setup from Ogwen's. Maybe a Disperse Storm, could be a Minoan's Fury, but they're just waiting because we saw the formation last time for Falcon's AP brand. They were just ready to jump in if there's a player from Rebellion Esports that could be a target to them.
Yeah, and speaking about targets, right? So Ogwen has been putting himself in front, being a good target. So, like earlier, just before this, that engagement onto him kind of opened up that small opportunity, but Rebellion Esports, they're also smart enough not to overcommit. But what do you think, Gideon, on what's happening so far?
Well, I think it's kind of interesting, the Rebellion Esports, they're making a lot of preemptive moves, which is catching FCAP off guard. For example, that earlier turtle, right? We wanted to see Ogwen go for the big Minoan Fury, but Cars decided to Earth Shatter him preemptively to guarantee the secure for the burst of Rio, right? He's working together with the rest of his team, and they're also preemptively making moves to force motions out of FCAP. The bottom side, when we saw Cars inevitably get a good trade against Flap TZ, you could see both teams moving down at the same time, but it was Rebellion who decided to call it off first, and that got them tempo across the opposite lanes.
Yeah, that's true, and it's also a smart move for Rebellion Esports to have Rio be at level 7 first before the turtle take, or level 6, level 6 versus a level 5, because most of the time we see a Hayabusa prioritizing a purple buff, not an orange buff, but because he knows that when he is able to get that purple buff prior to the turtle, he's one level ahead of Kyle TZ. Hence, it was very effective for them to have a setup play, a very aggressive play against Falcon's AP brand before the turtle.
You know, funny enough, I was watching some of the other streams in the background while this match was happening, and it looks like even on stream C we have a Julian player there who's also not doing very well. It's Kyle TZ and Sekais who are getting punished every single time they use all three of their abilities. But hey,
why are they looking at us?
He's looking right into my soul, man.
You gotta get away from him there before you turn into a stone.
Before I fall in love.
Oh wow! I mean, we're talking dating now, eh? Running the what do you call it? Yeah, running the relationship story. But anyway,
you know what, Sir Cloud? Maybe next time we could talk about your love life.
Yeah, we should.
We definitely
I could use a coffee over there. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah, I could hear some of the stories from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back to the game. We could see Cars with a dominant size. So this is a nice item against Flap TZ. And even Ogwen's hero. Oh, folks.
Oh, the TZ. Okay, Ogwen, no big commitment by him just yet. He does have the Minoan Fury still, but he knows that he needs more targets than just those two.
Yeah, you can see a lot of aggression right now from Falcon's AP brand. They need this one. They need to be able to set up a play, maybe target the specific hero against Rebellion Esports. And since they are on the aggressive side, it gives space for Super Marco this time around to push those turrets around. This is something that Rebellion Esports has to replicate on their side, because look at that. Even though that Rebellion Esports has 5 kills and versus a kill against Falcon's AP brand, there's not much lead for this gold laners. It's 6,400 for Super Marco and 6,700 for Matt. Not much of a difference, right?
Yeah, if you gotta put it that way, then yes, it's pretty close at this moment. And if you gotta think about it as well, Falcon's AP brand, if they win one team fight, the goal lead will swing towards the side. So that's why they're careful enough right now to make sure that they do not lose that one. But if you look at the votes here from the fans as well, they are predicting that Falcons AP brand will win this by 77%, and I can totally understand why.
Yeah, it's because of the accolades also of the team, but at the same time, Rebellion Esports proving that they have a huge chance on getting this game number 1 against Falcons AP brand, but they can secure that if they get to manage this this Lord rather up front. And for Falcons AP brand, the position of Flapeezy, Ogwen, and Few is kind of sketchy. It feels like they want to set up like a 4-man play, whichever skill comes first.
Yeah, and everyone's well aware not to group up, especially for the side of Rebellion Esports. Falcon AP Brass, they could still afford to kind of group up. In fact, grouping up is kind of nice because you can reduce the damage from the shadow kill.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So that's why you can see them like hugging each other, you know, like we bros. You know, like
it's
camp
cold
night.
here. It's cold inside. I need your warmth. Something like that.
Yeah.
Says of Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, Rebellion Esports is like, okay, it's too hot here, okay? Let's keep our distance.
Yep. Oh, wait. I heard a conceal.
Oh, there you go. Concealed gameplay on the Flapeezy, and Flapeezy is the one that they found, and Cast will be the one to secure that kill. And the rest of Falcons AP brand, they're still around. Don't you want to try to steal this one away?
Probably because they have the retribution and count. He's in the counter setup play.
Oh, there you go. Beautiful Pinocchio that catches the 3 by Ogwen. He's pretty low right now. He has the backup view. Does to do the same account easy. Went down to Rio.
Ooh.
Thanks to the shadow kill. And this is the moment for Rebellion Esports to secure the Lord.
That is kind of sketchy play from Falcons AP brand. You were so true when you've asked or questioned why is Falcons AP brand trying to position themselves on this Lord, considering that they have a player down prior that moment. So for Rebellion Esports, they just managed to get the Lord. They are on the lead 7-1 by the way on this almost 12-minute game time, and things are looking good for them. If they manage to take this third out of the middle lane, it's much easier for them to limit the potential of Kyle TZ.
Yeah, if you get into their jungle and you take away the purple buff, man, Kyle TZ is going to have a hard time. He needs those purple buffs as well. But obviously, Rebellion Esports is not going to give it to them. LTTZ, he's starting to take it.
This is very nice actually for Rebellion Esports. Again, if they want to extend their tournament life, they need to win all the games 2-0 to be a part of the playoffs. And with this type of performance, they can actually manage to take a piece against the champions Falcons AP brand.
Yeah, Rebellion Esports right now, they're not only Desperado, they're Despacito together. But here we go. Lord knocking on the door, but Falcons AP brand, easy clearance for them. But they lose most of their inner turrets.
Yeah, it's just a level 1 Lord here for Rebellion Esports. What's good for Rebellion Esports is that they could again take that purple buff against Kyle TZ. It's very hard if you are a Julian.
Oh no, Flapeezy caught out there, and Suelo will be the one to take him out. Phew, better stay away. Super Marco is here, but is he well stacked up? Okay, but before that, Rio in trouble, but the save came in from the side thanks to Cars, and Matt will be the one to take out Kyle TZ. Matt Ogwen now is pretty low, even though he's a tanky hero, but still, he cannot continue to receive that sort of damage.
Yeah, that's true, but look at Matt at the end of the lane. You're just forcing a third down, but still able to defend that one out. No. Even though Ogwen was there, the inhibitor turret was destroyed by Rebellion Esports, so it's now 6.3k goldie for them. And I really like the defensive item here from Cars, which is the Radiant Armor. So Super Marco was there, yes. There's a damage, yes, but because of the stacking of this item, there is a negation of the damage per second from this Moscow. So again, Rebellion Esports, they just have to continue what they're doing, but take note that Count Easy now has the Winter Crown. So maybe after the enhanced chains, go to that Winter Crown and swing everybody.
Wow. Okay, sway everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be swayed as well if he's able to do that.
Is that Sway is a song, right?
Yeah.
Sway
with
my
me.
way.
Oh, okay.
We're singing a different song.
Yeah, different generation.
Yeah.
It's generation gap.
Can you sing yours again? What is this again?
Sway with me.
Oh.
Na-na-na.
Yeah.
There you go. But let's see if they'll be able to sway this slot to their favor. But the answer is no. Rebellion Esports will still get it. But now onto the back line. And we have the Minoan Fury catching two of them at least. The rest of Falcon.
Super
AP
Marco?
Brand right now pretty low. Few has to get away, man. That was a close one. They almost got Few. But the back line out easy. He's in trouble. He managed to get one trade before he goes down. Now he does have the passive though, but the passive, will it save him? Yes, it will. For a moment, until the end, he still went down.
That is a very long team fight for Falcon Safer Brand and Rebellion Esports. But for Rebellion Esports, they managed to take down Kyle TZ. But look at Super Marco. The attack speed is there. They just need the damage. Flicker has been used, by the way, 4 cards for a counter set supposedly. But the Lord is here now for Rebellion Esports.
Oh man, this could be the final defense depending. But the side of Rebellion Esports, they're all pretty low at this moment. RDTZ is still alive, but they'll force Falcon AP Press to push back. And Falcon AP Press have no space right now. They could potentially end this, but no disciplined gameplay by Rebellion Esports. But look at the spear of destruction.
And what?
And the follow-up, man, that was...
And what a breath of fresh air. Okay. Falcon Saber Brand managed to defend the Lord. And it was a good call for them, actually. They didn't force a kill against Rebellion Esports. If they overextended right after the base, could have been Rebellion Esports winning that team fight.
Yeah, Rebellion Esports, honestly, it was a very risky play for them to continue to push. At some point, I was thinking to myself that, hey, they could have just let it go. You don't really need to force it, but they still went in with it. But maybe let's get some thoughts from Gideon. What do you think?
Right now, Suelo is playing out of his goddamn mind. He is playing so well with the rest of his team. And let's not forget, I think right now, the big problem for FCAP is that the gold lead is just, the deficit is too big. So they're heavily relying on their late game. And I think it's up to Super Marco to get them to that finish line point. Because if not, this game is going to slip out of their hands very quickly.
Yeah, and but looking at Super Marco's item, is actually at full item. But when you look at the team fight, it's as if there's no damage from him. It means there's no supplementary damage to finish off a play for Falcon Safer Brand. They need to give space for Super Marco. They need that opening to win against Rebellion Esports, to which Rebellion Esports is not giving the opportunity to Falcon Safer Brand.
I think that right now, what we need is to... I mean, Open has been finding good engages, but the follow-up has been kind of difficult. I think that Flap TZ needs to keep in mind, if he can either lock down Suelo by himself or find a 3-man I'm Offended to set it up for Few, who needs to be there to follow up, then we have an opportunity for Super Marco to eventually clean up that fight. That's the one scenario that I'm thinking of here.
Yeah, another thought is that if we look at Ogre's items as well, like, the question is he tanky enough to withstand the damage output by Rebellion Esports? So if he is not, then he will not be able to buy enough time for Super Marco to come in to do his stuff.
I mean, it doesn't matter, right? As long as he gets a big knockup, even if he dies, he's not the... Yeah, he is not the main... he is not the main carry of the team. If he dies, that's totally okay, as long as he gets his abilities down efficiently.
Yeah, that is where Flap TZ should step up, adding that crowd control. Owen's function here is more on the healer, big counter initiator with the Minotaur. Yeah, but that's true for Owen here. Since he's up front, it's gonna be hard for him to soak in the physical damage from Rebellion Esports. So it's more of a complementing type of synergy supposedly from Flap TZ and Owen.
Yeah, and we look at the goal leaderboard, right? Super Marco right now is the closest to catching up to Rio as well as Matt. Kyle TZ is a little bit too far. As a jungler, I'm pretty sure like there's a level of expectation for him to catch up in terms of economy.
You know what, for Julian Hero, this early, as long as there's a nice setup play, then things might be good for them.
Speaking about setup plays, looks like Flap TZ went in for the setup, but nobody to follow up from there. Now he's pretty low. He cannot go in for a second time. He has to recharge.
You know, for Falcon Safety brand, they have to, they need to keep this inhibitor turret at the bottom lane. If not, it will be hard for them definitely to defend another offense against Rebellion Esports. So now looking at the damage leaderboard is actually Sway low. So as Gideon said, he's like playing out of his mind at the moment. He's very unpredictable, but everything is right on point. His name is Sway low, but he's playing not very low, it's high.
Oh yeah, he's swaying us to believe that he is on the low, but actually he is not. And of course, his IMU on point, and so far has been so good, but I'll be looking forward to see if we can pull out some big IMUs, like get the Minnow Fury to really counter back onto Falcon's AP brand. That would be pretty sexy.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Probably we might see it on this next Lord objective. Take note again of the difference in terms of the itemization. We could see Matt on the Winter Crown, Supermark on the Rose Gold Meteor. So this is just the players keeping that last string of hope if something bad happens on the floor take. But I really like that they're really disciplined before setting up play against each other.
Okay, disciplined gameplay. Oh, but a nice move there, opening up the game. And now that's the Minnow Fury being called upon to try to counter back on the members of Rebellion Esports, but Rebellion Esports holding it off. Left Easy is pretty low. Sway low! We're gonna get on to Left Easy. And Rio for the backline will take down the tank. Oakland went down. Sway low finally been taken out, and Sway low, that is his second death in this round. Can't not let go yet by the members of Rebellion Esports. And they will get him 3 down the side of Falcon's EP brand. The Lord is still wide open.
Oh, they need an event, by the way. There's a thick minion wave for Rebellion Esports. And right now, everything is looking on Rebellion Esports' way. Even a damage here for Rio. By the way, Rio has the immortality. He is safe if ever there's a threat for Falcon's Safety brand, but he has no death yet. So seeing the respect against Falcon's Safety brand, just in case there's gonna be a damage from Super Marco, but yeah, they were able to manage to take that Lord, and it's the almost 20-minute game time, and for Falcon's Safety brand, they're finding it hard to secure a kill against Rebellion Esports, probably because Suelo is literally up front, setting up a play against Falcon's AP brand, and at the same time, he has this poking damage.
Oh, this will be the
that's too much.
This will be the defense of their life right now.
Yeah.
Okay, the Lord is here. We're at 20 minutes, and everyone's up. They have to do this right now. And the door is knocking at the door of Falcon's AP brand. They will focus on taking down the Lord, and of course, as long as the Lord is down, they still have a chance.
This might be another 3 minutes extension of our game, as the attack speed is there already for Super Marco. But again, the problem now for Falcon Savior brand is the synchronization of skills. If there's going to be a setup play from Owen, definitely the freaking laser is needed.
Going in, and that's the Minnow Fury, ladies and gentlemen, with Super Marco. Looks like he got 2. Oh man, this could be Rebellion Esports being punished here, but they're looking for the next target. But still, the main objective is to get the crystal, and that is where Rebellion Esports will be rebellious towards Falcon's AP brand.
Eyes on the prize.